Yeah, hi. I have to make this video in two parts now because I just got a call, and when I pressed pause, I had no idea that if you press pause and you get a call, the video gets stopped. I am so not uh, well versed with technology. I have to learn to some extent. Yeah. So it's not that I am on the phone all the time. I don't get, I hardly get any calls. I have I've kept very few people in my life. These calls that I get are from mostly from the delivery executives, or like I said, I was sick for a very long time, and the city that I live in, it's a mix of urban and rural population. So most of the things, important things, we don't get here. Also, sometimes it happens, and also that I don't want to. When I was sick, I didn't want to bother my father or my brother all the time to get this or that for me. So mostly I would order things online. So the calls that I mostly get is from the delivery agents. And they have, like, it's they have all become like family to me. They all call me Didi, or someone who is younger, they just call me ma'am, and I tell them, don't call me ma'am, you can call me by my name, it's all right. So it's like they are family. So the guy called, Didi aapka parcel hai, and I was like, yeah, I'm coming. So yeah, that's another thing. So I was saying, don't live from a wounded place, because if we keep living from a wounded place, we are further feeding that wound. That wound is not getting healed. It is getting bigger. It is trying to get over our whole lives, isn't it? And we all want to be whole and healed versions of ourselves. Not that if terrible things have happened to you, you have gone through terrible things, you're not whole, or something is wrong in you. It No, it's not like that. If something has happened to you, it doesn't take from your essence. It doesn't, until you let it. But sometimes things are so terrible that we are kind of not even aware of ourselves at that time. So we forget who we are for for a period of time, and some for such long time, like I had. So once you start becoming aware, try to not live from the wounded place. It's hard to smile when inside you are kind of in agony, or in mental agony. Yeah, and sometimes it's physical agony also, because it affects your um, whole nervous system, your whole being, body, mind, soul. Everything gets affected. Your whole life gets turned upside down. Again, I'm not trying to spread negativity. I'm not being the prophetess of doom. I'm just telling you as it is, uh, what I have seen, and what I have seen some other people also going through. So if we are living from a wounded place, we become reactive, and in every situation we react, and we are always highly anxious, highly apprehensive of everything, and we become highly reactive. And when it is out of control, of course there's, I would say, um, medical help, or some help can help is useful, right? But when you are out of it to some extent where you can control your thoughts, when you become aware, then it's hard, but we have to try. We have to catch ourselves from going down that hole or ditch again. That's a very deep, that's a very dark place. So don't live your life from the wounded place. If you are in such a state that you can be aware, and when you have some control over your emotions, like when your emotions are not controlling you, because there are stages, phases, and I don't know what somebody in what phase someone is. Someone might be in such difficult phase, someone might be in a phase where it is easier for them to control things. And to the people who are at that kind of a difficult stage where life seems like it is never going to get better, or you don't know what to do, you can't figure out what to do, like I was, like it happened to me. That time it becomes increasingly difficult to even have hope. But that hope is the only thing. Like medications and all are going, we if we are on medications, we have to take our medications, but keeping a positive mindset in the darkest of times, that is the real courage, that is the real strength that we need to show, not for others but for ourselves, so that we can get healed. And hope and faith, mostly faith in your own self. I'm not asking you always to have faith in God. I have immense faith in God, I mean, but more than that, even God says have faith in yourself. I think more than that, anything, you have to have faith in yourself. You have to have faith in life, that once you start taking conscious steps, and once you decide, again with awareness, your decision also matters. Once you decide that I want to heal, I am going to get healed. I'm not asking you to, when you are in a very difficult condition, I'm not asking you to, you can just change everything at the snap of a finger. No, but that decision starts changing something inside you. First, it's all internal. It all changes internally. So once you decide that I'm not going to stay in this space, I'm not going to live like this, I deserve better, and I'm not going to walk around a wounded person. I am going to heal my wounds. If I have no support, still I have myself, you know. And you can start, that's my mom. Yeah. So yeah, she was asking me something. Yeah. So, okay. Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. She is so sweet. I mean, she's so sweet. Yeah. So we can't go around walking wounded all the time, because that wound will just keep on growing and hurting us and hurting others also, even innocent people who have done nothing to us. So I'm not in the favor of hurting people who hurt us also, you know. And I'm not even saying that you should tolerate abuse or anything. You use your judgment, proper discernment, what kind of action you should take. But the wounding thing, when it shows to you, mm, when you become aware of it, try to catch yourself and not act from the place of that wound. Because yeah, we have suffered, we are suffering, I acknowledge that completely. It might sound like I am being kind of that you would think like I'm not understanding That how can I say that when somebody is suffering so much, when I'm suffering so much, you might get this question. But I'm saying that people who have done us no wrong, they don't deserve a bad attitude from us. There are times when we are in such state of mind that we are not even aware of ourselves, like I said, and we just end up treating everybody badly. That I understand. And you know that I understand, that you are so hurt, you don't know, you you don't know what to do. But when you have come to a space where you can regulate your emotions, it doesn't give us the right to kind of be rude to, or to take out our anger or frustration on innocent people, or people who has done us no harm. So I'm sorry if it is sounding harsh to you. But like I said, we have to take responsibility for our actions when we are at that, when we have achieved at least that kind of mental state where we can think clearly. And if we let the wounds lead us, if we let the wounds run our life, things that happen to us run our life, yeah, they change us, they make us wiser people. They do two things. First is they make us very fearful people. We are not able to trust anybody. We feel incredibly alone, and oh, a lot of negative things, and it affects the life like anything. It's kind of, the life stops. You're just living, but, and you're just living but not moving anywhere. It's like you're just there, and life is going on, and you're watching other people go on about their lives, and you're wondering, um, why, what is it, what did I do that it's like it feels like I'm in a prison. Why do I have to go through all this? But when there are times that when you have come to a stage where you can make conscious decisions, you have clarity, then we need to take responsibility for our actions. We cannot let the wounds run our life. I keep repeating it, I know, because that is that, like I said, it makes us reactive, and ultimately it doesn't make us feel good also. It's not, and living in a constant state of anxiousness, anxiety, exhaustion, it exhausts you. Even though you do nothing, it exhausts you. So once you become aware, become strong. I mean, the things that I ask you to do, I know how hard they are, and I'm only asking them because I have done them. Otherwise, like, I would not ask you to do that. And I have seen the result, what they do, because I would not have been here, I would not have survived had I not kept a positive attitude, had I not kept learning, had I not kept you know believing in myself. I would not say believing in God, because everybody doesn't believe in God, but have I not kept believing in myself and life, then life will get better. I just have to keep believing it and make decisions in alignment with what I want. And I wanted to get better. I want to get better. I want to get completely healed, so healed that nobody could ever say that I went through anything like that. It's like still nobody can say that. And when it's very difficult, I retreat, like I said. But where actually it would be like, yes, to where I will be like, yeah, I went through those things, but they don't have a hold on me anymore. They don't elicit sad emotions. They don't bring any kind of emotions in me. I feel free, I feel happy, and I have gained wisdom from that. I want to reach that state, and I'm slowly moving towards that. And we slip a lot of time. Yeah, um, I start a topic and then I start so- talking about something else, like the related thing also. I was saying what trauma does is, trauma or the wounds do is they change us in two ways. Either they make us highly fearful, highly apprehensive, highly combative, and depressed and sad, and it's hard to trust anybody. I'm not telling you to go out and trust anybody. No, then we have to become very careful about who we trust. And the other thing that it does is, it teaches us a lot of things also. It teaches us to become strong. It teaches us to become, it teaches us that we are in control of our lives, however hard it may seem, however different it may look. Internally, somebody may control you from the outside, but nobody can control your essence. Nobody can control your soul or your willpower. You know, you nobody can control it. You have control over it. You may be in such situation, like I still am. Like I said, I live in constant trigger land, but internally I know I am my own authority. From outside, whatever is happening, I know how I want to feel. I know what I want to think. Sometimes I do get slipped up. I mean, I do start getting pulled into the old pattern of being very reactive and feeling powerless. But now I know the real power lies inside me, in how I choose to react or not react. Sorry, not react. In how I choose to respond or not respond. And where I have to react, I react. So internally, I have that control, like you do. That is the most important thing that we forget when we start forgetting ourselves, when we start losing ourselves. We forget that we have the power inside us, and nobody can take it from us. Outside, they may try to control you. It will feel like you're being manipulated, you're being controlled, and you're being oppressed. But inside you, you have to know. I'm not saying believe, because you have to know, because that power is there. Your willpower is there. Your power to make a decision is there. And you have to stand with that power. I'm not saying if you're in a very difficult kind of a situation or dangerous situation, you can just put yourself in more danger and start fighting and all. But keep reminding yourself that you are powerful. Keep reminding yourself that the real power is in your hands. This The things might be happening to you, but you are going to make through it, and you are and keep finding out ways of dealing with things, or if the things are so horrible that they can't be dealt with, if you can leave that situation, leave that situation. If you can't leave that situation, keep reminding yourself that you are powerful, and you do have what it takes. It's just that it's hidden beneath operation for so we have been oppressed for so long that I'm not asking you to start a revolution. I'm not making a revolutionary group. No, I'm just telling you what I found out. That so you see in what condition you are, in what environment you are, and keep reminding yourself that the real power is inside you. Right now, the situations may be like this, but you can change it. Not radically in a day, even small steps slowly. All you have to do is keep, first thing is being aware, and second is keep reminding yourself that you will make through it. And it's not just about making through it. If you have to change the situation, you have the power to change the situation. And if you can't change the situation, you always have the power to change yourself. You always, always, always have the power to change yourself. And like I said, it just doesn't happen in a snap of a finger. It doesn't. But slowly it starts giving you that courage. That courage started rising inside of you. That had been, I wouldn't say sleeping, that had been oppressed for so long. So it's not just about women, men, women, kids, God forbid kids, but I know even kids are going through this kind of things. And what advice would I give to a kid? How would they fight out? So if you're some adult who know a kid like this, who is going through something like this, if you can counsel them, if you can keep reminding them, if you are family, of course you have the right to remind them that you can make through this. We are with you. You're not alone. You can do it. You can do it. And if you are not a family, a neighbor, or a distant family or something, you can just, you know, remind the kid that, hey, it's all going to be all right. I know you are strong and you're going to make it. You're going to make it if you are aware of their conditions, because kids are so hesitant to talk about so many things. Um, so whenever you can, when you have a chance, and when it is not detrimental to you and the kid also, keep reminding them that they will make it. Things will get better, you know? And yeah, that's what I want. That's what I wanted to emphasize upon, that we cannot go on living our life based on the wounds that we endure. It does change us. So let it change us into stronger, better, kinder, and wiser also, more discerning people, rather than being, rather than letting them make us bitter, resentful, or hateful. For a time, you will feel like that, because some things are so horrible, right? For a time, you should, and you should feel those emotions, because they are genuine. What we have gone through, it is, it will, of course, bring feelings of rage and kind of hatred, and so much, even self pity and other emotions. But we need to feel them, but, and even revenge in some people. But we should not let those, we should feel those emotions. We should show ourselves kindness and compassion. We should feel those emotions and release them as best as we know. We can take professional help, and if we can't take professional help, you are more than capable, I'm telling you, because I'm taking medical help for medications, I know, and my doctor, like I said, he's an amazing person. But we don't talk a lot about this. Um, he's extremely busy, because there are not a lot of good psychiatrists or good mental health practitioners, you know, um, in our country, I guess. Some people who are like really empathetic towards or sympathetic towards you, or who will understand. So my doctor is extremely busy, because he is really kind and he tries to understand. So we don't get that much time to talk about so many things that I'm going through, and there is so much. So I was like, I when and he was honest enough to tell me that you have to do something about it now. You have to take some proactive steps. So I had to be my own counselor. I had to be my own motivator. I had to be my own savior in a lot of situations. And I have to be my own corrector also if I'm doing something wrong. Because if I was wronged, it doesn't give me the right to go and treat everybody else badly and poorly. There is a time when you are so hurt that you have lost your discernment, and you are just we are just acting out, uh, treating everybody with harshness and all. That happens. And I would not say that there's nothing wrong with it, but it doesn't make you a bad person, because then that time you're not yourself. The pain is acting out. It means the pain, the wound has taken over your life. It happened to me. I will share it in some other video, like how I had become for some time. I was just not the person that I mean, I had become a horrible person to the people who had to the people who had wronged me. Not to everybody. Still, God had given me that grace so that I can discern who and how to talk to. But so yeah, it doesn't. When we have come to some state of clarity, it does not give us any right to treat everybody else with um, cruelty, or with or insulting them or demeaning them. Because people who have done you no wrong, why would we go about hurting them? Because we are being hurt, we are hurt, we know how it feels. Why would we put others through that? So yeah, it's like two topics. um, and second, yeah, first is don't let the wounds run your life, and second, treat people kindly who are kind to you, genuinely kind to you, and who it doesn't give us the right to treat everybody badly. It does change a lot of things in us. For a time being, it makes us highly distrustful of everybody. It makes us highly rageful, highly angry, rageful. It's the same thing. Highly hateful also. But don't let those things run your life. Once you start getting some clarity, and feeling those emotions initially, is there's nothing wrong in that. You have to acknowledge that every emotion exists for a reason. Every emotion is a way your mind, your body, your soul talks to you through. They talk to you through emotions and feelings. I wouldn't say just by with thoughts. They talk through emotions and feelings. So when you are aware, try to not live your life from a wounded place. Start seeing yourself as healed, and keep the healing work up, and start seeing that you are getting healed, you know and the more you practice it, uh, the more it becomes ingrained in you, the more you start healing yourself. Because what I have found is, I have, like, 13 years is a very long time. um, I have waited so long for somebody to come and understand me, and to, we have this tendency that somebody would rescue us. And I always, I was, I grew up believing in fairy tales. I still believe in fairy tales. I don't think they're fairy tales, they are realities also. But then, if no no Prince Charming is coming in a white horse, you become your own Prince Charming, you know and don't become the damsel in distress. It never serves you. And to the man, My brothers, friends, I know you don't have that kind of expectations, and you would feel rather hopeless that even men get put on so much pressure, that you have to provide for the family, you have to do this and that. Like, women also do get that, but there are different things that women are pressurized for, there are different things men are pressurized for. So I don't kind of judge anybody. So if you are going through things like this, please try to see, you know um I mean, yeah, you have to be your own savior, and you already know that men are not waiting for somebody to come and save them. I know. And I'm not saying something is wrong with women. We have, most of us are have grown up with this kind of mentality. So you are your own Prince Charming. And to the men, if you are looking for a savior, that somebody would come and save you, you are your own savior. You have that strength inside of you. You have that discernment. You have that resolve that you can do it. And it happens, and it will happen. It just doesn't happen overnight, like I said, but it does happen, because I can see the light now. I was in such utter darkness, literally and metaphorically also. Like, I keep sharing my life story, but there's a whole lot more to it. That's why I keep saying, like, God, I don't know why. It's like my whole life was like a lesson. I don't know how it it was like this, because I never wanted all this. I never wanted to be depressed or sad or anxious or fearful. I I also wanted a normal life like other people, like my friends. But at some point I had to accept this is my life right now, and it's upon me how what I'm going to make of it with whatever resources I have. And most of the resources that we need are inside us: the courage, the resilience, the decision, the confidence. You may feel like you are, and confidence is not like you we are going on stage and talking about something. I was the kind of person, if I would shy away like anything, if and I would pray to God, God, don't, even when I was in school, I don't want to go on stage, I don't want to go on stage, you know. So I'm not talking about that kind of courage. It's the courage that pulls you through the hardest of times. It's the belief in your own self. It's the belief in your own self, that you've got it. You have got what it takes. You have got what it takes. So show kindness to others and show kindness to yourself. I'm not saying that go and just hug the people who wronged you. No. If you need to hate them, you can hate them for a time being and release the hate, because the hate only hurts you. Negative emotion, we are carrying the negative emotions, so they are hurting us. Just release all these emotions when you can. So I have developed this saying, like, feel it and heal it. Feel your emotions and then release them and heal them. And never give entry to the people who did you wrong, who have bad intentions and who are not going to change. Don't give them entry into your life again, however kind of affinity you feel towards them, because you are your own priority. Your mental peace is one of the biggest priorities, because when you are not at peace with, you can't do anything anyways. You will constantly be in a state of conflict, and someday you're going to collapse, you know. So use your proper judgment and believe in yourself. I will keep emphasizing it. Believe in yourself. Believe in yourself and refuse. Like, if you cannot refuse outright in a when you are in a situation, like I said, I don't know in what conditions, in what kind of environment we are, or the people that I'm talking to, this, you guys are like family to me now. So, and I'm very protective of my family, people that I consider family. So what I'm saying is, it's not like that I would take a sword and I would be like, I would not let you hurt my family, but if I could, if it was legal, I would do that. I'm that protective of my family. So believe in yourself, and keep believing that life is going to get better. And I'm going to tell you the hardest thing now, right now, that the hardest thing, but which brings you out of the shadows the fastest, but which is the hardest to do. It's about being grateful to life for the life lessons. It's about being grateful. I'm not saying that thank you life for the abuse or like that. No, I'm not saying that. You will still find simple things to be grateful for. If nothing, just say, if you don't believe in God, just say, life, I am still grateful to you. I don't know, I am in such bad condition. I can't see anything right now to be grateful for. But I still want to, but I still know that there must be something that I should be grateful for, that I, you know, and and you can ask life, it happens, I'm telling you. To you can ask life to please show me there are things that I can be happy about, that can give me hope, that I can find beautiful. Show me the beauty around all the ugliness that I am surrounded with. And if you genuinely ask that, if you keep asking that, and if you're open to receiving it, life will show you. Life will keep um, making efforts to help you. Because anybody can help us only when we are ready to take help, isn't it? So ask ask life to show you things that you can be grateful for. And those things will start increasing, trust me. Those things, because it happened, what happened to me, I told you, I would not teach you, or I would not ask you to do anything that I have not done myself. I literally walked through the fire, in a way. Not literally, I metaphorically, you can say, but it was even worse than fire, things that I went through. And I know you also have gone through so many things that it's like worse than walking through a sea of fire, or swimming through a sea of fire. But if you have survived that, just think how much strength you have, because you have survived that. And you are here. So believe in yourself. Give yourself some credit. You know? And again, I would say, you are not your wounds. You're not your past. You're not what happened to you. You are who you decide to be. You are who you choose to be. It's like, it may be like you may have been a horrible person earlier also. But now when we, get some awareness, we can start changing our behavior too. So you are who you decide to be. That's my message. That's what I wanted to tell you. And trust me, I'm saying this because I have done this. I'm doing it. I'm doing it. And whenever you fall from that, I think it's called falling from the wagon. But it's about addiction, I guess. People who are unfortunately addicted. So, but I would say if you slip up sometimes, like a lot of times you slip up, adopting a new behavior, a new personality is not that easy, right? Give yourself grace. It's like give yourself a hand and pick yourself up and tell yourself it's okay. It's okay to slip up, but just not, you know, just let's not make it a habit. Have some humor with yourself. Pick yourself up every time you slip up and be aware. Yeah. I guess I have summarized, not summarized my videos. Generally, think that I would make a short video. They end up becoming a very long video. Like I said, these things are so important that I I wish I had the skill to just uh, you know make the point across in 2 or 3 sentences. But sometimes these things need explanation. We need reassurance. So I would encourage you to watch the whole videos. They are long, I know, but it is really this. All these videos are really full of love and prayers for you and for me too, and encourage. I would like to encourage you, an encouragement. So try to watch the full video. But when in between, if you feel triggered, then don't watch it. You can come to it later, like I do. If I'm watching something and something triggers me, I don't force myself to watch it. When I'm in a state that I can watch it, I come back and watch it. But if you can, please do watch the full videos. I'm not asking you for likes or anything. It's like I don't even bother with those things anymore. I ask you to subscribe because so that you can get the notifications when I post a video, and when you find it if you find it useful, if it sheds some light, or if it guides you to some extent, or if you know people who need this, and especially to the people who are not going through this mental kind of issues, be very grateful to God and be kind to the people around you who are going through these difficult times. We all need to be educated about mental health, mental peace, that how important it is, because not everybody around us understands that. They mostly make it more difficult for us to heal. So you don't become one of those people. Become somebody who heals someone. Because I remember every name. I may forget the name of the people who have hurt me, but anybody who has shown me kindness, I make sure that I remember their names. And I thank God for them. Okay, so yeah, know that you have got it in yourself, and things will get better. They will get better. They have no other choice than to get better. If you don't give them the choice, they will not have another choice. Um, life, like life, I'm saying life will not have any other choice than to reflect back, what you are demanding. And it's not just about demanding, it's about believing that you will get it. Life will have to give that to you. Life is not hostile. We all say life, zindagi buri hai, and things like that. Life is not bad. Life is neutral. I think life is benevolent also. That life loves us. We go through horrible things, but I still believe life is good and life generally wants to help us. Ask for help from life. Ask for things. Ask life for things like, to show you the beauty among all this ugliness. And you will start seeing the beauty. And be open to receiving that guidance. Let's see, I'm getting a scolding from my mom. Just a moment. Yeah, my mom, like I said, she is the sweetest of things, but she can be a thunder also. She was asking me, you haven't eaten anything, you haven't had tea or anything. Don't you want to eat something or all that? Yeah. So, like when I count my blessings, she's one of the biggest blessings my parents are. You guys have become a blessing to me. And I love you guys. Like I said, we are all interconnected. I believe in that. Um, so I know you got this. I know you got this. Keep believing in yourself. No more else. I love you guys. Treat yourself well. Hold yourself in high standards. You know, when people are being demeaning to you, you do not demean yourself.